Hey, let's do a thing.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hey Let's Do a Thing, and this episode, I'm giving you a crash course on demisexuality. There have been a lot of hashtag pride videos recently, and I have hashtag pride in the fact that I'm demisexual. Now, a lot of people don't know what demisexuality is, so let me give you a rundown. On the grid of romantic and sexual orientations, you have 4 quadrants, and each of those are based on whether or not you feel sexual or romantic orientation. So you have asexuals, people who don't feel sexual attraction at all, and sexual people. And then you also have aromantic people, people who don't feel any kind of romantic attraction whatsoever, and romantic people, people who like getting to know someone in an intimate way, hanging out with them, doing things with them. So for a lot of people, there are people who just want sex, and demisexuals are kind of on the opposite side of those things. Really, the only time sex comes into play for me, personally, is when you already have an established, intimate emotional connection with someone, as my shirt indicates. This is a demisexual representation shirt. And so, the entire gist of it is that once you love someone, that's when you really want to have sex with them. It's not a matter of being really turned on by them physically so much as emotionally, mentally, and physically. There can be some physical component. I'm a demisexual and I have my own kinks, quirks, fetishes, but none of that really interferes with the fact that I want to have an emotional connection with my partner before we have any sex. And I don't feel attraction to people who I'm not emotionally attracted to, people who I don't like the personality of. I'm not sexually interested in people, no matter how beautiful they are, if they're an ugly person. So that's what demisexuality basically is. It exists on the asexual spectrum with asexuals and gray ace, and I don't know enough about gray ace to talk about it, but asexuals are pretty easy to discuss. You have people who just, for whatever reason, aren't interested in sex, and that's the way they're programmed, the same way anyone else is programmed whatever way they are. And so I don't like sex except for very specific instances. It's the only branch of asexuality that has anything to do with sex, really. So that's your crash course in demisexuality. Have a good pride. Have pride in yourself. I want to be someone who represents the good in whatever I represent. So I want to be the best person that I can be, whether it's the best white person, the best man, the best anything. And so I also want to be the best demisexual, the best representative of my group, so that other people can follow that lead. And there's already so much hate in the world. There's already so much damage being done by prejudice and discrimination and hate. Just hate for no good reason. People just destroying other people's lives on the basis of who they love or who they choose to have sex with. And it makes no sense to any intelligent, rational person. And so, keep being you. Keep having pride. The more people that are able to bring their voices to whatever movement you want to represent, the bigger that movement is going to be. So, I love you, and I appreciate you, no matter your identity, man, woman, cisgender, transgender, genderqueer, agender. I don't care. I really don't agree with the gender binary in the first place. I don't think it matters. I think we should just get rid of the thing. Gay, straight, aromantic, bisexual, pansexual. For a long time I thought I was pansexual because I didn't know what demisexuality was. Pansexuals are some of the greatest people to hang out with ever because they're the most accepting of whoever you are. And I cannot be more thankful for this community. Growing up in a small Missouri suburb with a family that didn't really represent positive liberal values that treated people like equals, it was always wonderful to come across the people in the LGBT community. Even before I knew that I was a part of it. Before I called myself pansexual, I thought I was just a straight ally. I didn't even know that I could be attracted to men until maybe a few years ago. Like, I knew it was a possibility, like, in theory, but I had never met any man that I was actually attracted to. It was always just, like, celebrity crushes. So my entire journey as a person has been a rearranging of my labels to suit what I actually identify as. So I really support anyone out there going and finding a label that fits them. And I don't care if other people don't like it or they don't understand the label. There are only a few minor exceptions to this, and they aren't worth going into in this video, but I don't have any negative opinions of those people. They can go do what they want as long as they aren't hurting anyone. It doesn't bother me. And so much discrimination has already been done on the basis of these legitimate claims of identity that I don't care about the ones that might be illegitimate. So, fuck it. I love people as long as other people are also loving each other. So, let's just end the hate. Let's get on with it. Let's stop treating each other with such negative emotion and such pure hatred. Let's end the violence, the contempt. Let's just make it all stop. And I know that this message isn't going to get to the people who it really needs to. The people who need to stop aren't going to stop because I said so. But at least letting more knowledge get out and informing people about my identity will let more of that shine through. So, have a good Pride, everybody. And have a great forever. And trust me when I say that it truly does get better. You just have to make it long enough for it to. And you just have to make it further. You just have to keep going, keep looking forward to the future. Because if there's no future, then there's no point. If you don't have anything to live for, then there is nothing to live for. So give yourself a future to live for. Give yourself an image of something to look forward to. Something to hold on to while you're dealing with the shit you have to deal with now. Because I had to deal with some real shit growing up. Even when I didn't identify as part of the LGBT community, I was being mocked for being a part of it, whether I wanted to be or not. All of those people who would use gay as an insult constantly threw it at me for any reason beyond the fact that I demonstrated no evidence that I was attracted to anyone, really. Regardless of all of that, regardless of the bullying, regardless of anything you're putting up with now, it can and will get better if you just keep going. So don't stop. Just keep moving forward. Just as much as you can, push the negative energy out of your life. As much as you can, avoid it. Stay solo if you have to. Stay on your own. I did. But don't give up. Don't leave this earth. Don't give up on that. Because we need as many voices as possible to make it better. And now, New York is having its Pride today, and we're gonna go and have a great time. So that's where I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna get some great footage, and I'll see you guys there.
Let our pride be a pride that uplifts the lives of marginalized people. Let our pride be one that brings light to those who have been denied it for too long. Let our pride make visible the lived experiences that too often go unseen. Let love win. Thank you.
So yeah, I love you all, and have a good day. Go do something else. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to. I'll see you guys sometime soon, and yeah, have a great ever. Bye.